If you want to escape founder-led sales and you're tired of hearing, just hire setters and closers or build a sales team and you'll finally get your freedom back, the reality is that most agency owners just end up stuck as overworked sales managers with more headaches and zero extra time. Now, after years of trying the usual advice, I realized that trust is at an all-time low and the old tactics just didn't cut it for me anymore. So I switched gears. Now I use my content and a super simple sales process to close $18,000 productized offers with no sales calls, no team, just results. And in this video, I'm breaking down my exact system so that you can finally step out of founder-led sales without becoming just another sales manager. And yes, this process has closed just under 75K in deals in the last 50-ish days. Now, if you already know that you want to build a system that closes premium clients without sales calls or a sales team, and you don't want to wait, there's a link below in the description on how I help agency owners set this up. So check that out anytime during the video if you're ready to move fast. Now, let's hit rewind real fast because before I cracked the code on this new sales process, my business, well, it looked like a game of whack-a-mole at the county fair. Every day I was glued to my calendar, bouncing from one discovery call to the next. I hired setters to chase leads and closers to pitch the deals, thinking that I finally bought back my time. Now, in the early days when I had just a closer, I did feel like I was getting my time back. But as we kept growing, all the advice was to just build a bigger sales team. So at our peak, I had 3 or 4 appointment setters and 3 people closing on my behalf. And instead of just having the freedom, I actually became the ringmaster of a circus that I never realized that I signed up for. We were juggling scripts, tracking numbers, and constantly chasing targets that seemed to move when I thought that I'd finally caught up. Scaling, and most specifically scaling the sales team, didn't mean more freedom. It actually meant more chaos, more meetings, more stress, and the less of the life that I actually wanted. Now, if you've ever followed the advice, build a sales team, run more sales calls, I've been there, and trust me, it is not the ticket to freedom that everyone makes it out to be. But here's the plot twist. You don't have to play whack-a-mole with your business. There is a smarter, simpler way. So let me show you what my sales process looks like today and how I'm closing 18K offers without a single Zoom call or a sales team to herd. Step 1, drive all interest to a sales page or a booking page. Here's where things get fun. Instead of tossing every new lead into your calendar invite or into this marathon DM thread, I send everyone to a single sales page. It's like putting up a velvet rope outside an exclusive club, except the bouncer is a web page and he never needs a coffee break. So this page spells out exactly who gets in, what they can expect, and the results of the offer, all before I can even say hi. And honestly, the page isn't perfect. There are probably typos hiding in there somewhere. I know I have a whole round of revisions that I'm going to make, but here's the magic. It does the heavy lifting for me. Now, by the time someone reaches out, they already know who I help, what I do, and what kind of results that they can expect. Imagine if every client showed up already knowing your story, your offer, and why you're different. That's what this page does. It's your 24/7 sales rep who never calls in sick, who never gets grumpy, and who never asks for a raise. No more, so what do you actually do calls? No more tire kickers wasting your time. Just the right people already warmed up and ready to talk business. And don't worry, let's look at this page right now. So like I said, this page isn't even perfect, which should give you a ton of hope because if this can close the $18,000 deals, a version similar to this can obviously help you. But we have a clear call to action on what people are coming in to get. This would be your video sales letter. You highlight a couple key testimonials. And like I said, you want to call out who this is for and who it's not for. You want to explain what you'll help them do. A little bit of a backstory that sets up the context, my background, how we do what we do is different. A little bit more on what our members say. All right. And then a little bit about the transformation. Like you're going to go from a business that operates like this to a business that operates this new way. I break down how it all works, what's included, the 4 different phases that we work through. I explain the goal again. We have a couple different pathways at the current time of recording this, and then it explains everything that they get inside. So here's how this solves the problem that I was experiencing. I stop repeating my same pitch on endless calls. I instantly filter out the curious from the committed, building trust before I ever even talk to them. So the sales page brings everyone to step 2, the application. Now, we had an application in our previous model where we had a ton of other reps and all that stuff, but here's where we leveled this up. After checking out the sales page, those interested folks are invited to fill out this application, right? You can see it right here. There's a handful of questions. We do it just like we did in the old days, but here's the twist. This isn't just a random form. It's more like a VIP guest list at a party. By the time someone applies, they already know the dress code, they know the vibe, and whether they even want to show up or not, because they've seen the offer, they've seen the outcomes, and all the details for themselves before booking. No more mystery guests crashing the party and eating all of your snacks. It's like hosting a party where only the people who actually like your playlist bother to RSVP. The application isn't just a gatekeeper, it's a filter that saves everyone's time, yours and theirs. And don't worry, I'll show you the actual application here right now. Let's zoom in on this. Your application should by no means copy this, but obviously you want their contact information, their phone. I like to get their social profile. It allows me to see what kind of things they're doing on social media. I get their website, how long they've been in business, their team size, their current revenue, how they self-identify, who they help, how they help them, what the price point is, what their core audience and platform looks like, and then really asking them what success looks like and what challenges they think they have. And then I give them the chance to share anything else that they think we should know. Here's how this solved my problem and probably your problem too. It's going to cut way down on the bad fits. And you're going to stop getting applications from people who aren't right for your offer or are really just looking for more information or free consulting. So as you can see here after someone applies, I get to review it, right? And so I get to look, this person's been in business for 23 years. They have 4 full-time members, 1 part-time. I see where their revenue is at. Right. I can say, oh, that's low profit. Who do you help? They explain who they help, what their pricing is. If we're having this conversation, what success looks like. I very quickly get a sense for if this is someone I can actually help. And also, honestly, that I would want to help. So I'm not wasting time on calls that go nowhere for myself and or even for them. Which then brings me to step number 3, which is a personalized Loom video. This is where, in my opinion, the real magic happens. Instead of wrangling your calendar for yet another sales call, I sit down and I record a personal Loom video, usually under 4 minutes. It's tailored specifically to the person's goals and their concerns from the application. You can see here that I send it along with a video. So think of it like sending a video postcard, but instead of, wish you were here, it's here's exactly how I think we can help. I review what they shared because I'm looking at their application while I'm recording this video. And I walk through, I think, what's possible. And I answer any objections that I heard from the application in this video. There's no awkward scheduling. There's no time zone math. There's no, sorry, I'm double booked. It's just a direct personal touch. And here's the best part. I invite them to the main offer if they're a fit. If not, I've got a downsell ready. And if it seems like they need more support, I can even layer in some extra one-on-one or pitch a full one-on-one engagement if I want, or just point them to somebody else if it's actually not the fit. And so let's look at this email here right now. So I just super simple reply, guys. Don't overthink this. Thanks for your application. Shot you a personal video. Here's the person's invite. This video is 2 minutes and 19 seconds. After watching that, have a review of the details of the program. I link them to a document that has all the info that they need. As I said in this video, let me know if you're in or if you have any questions. I can answer the questions here and keep this asynchronous, or answer via voice message on Instagram, or we can schedule a quick call if needed. Look forward to the opportunity to help you. So I'm giving them an option to book a call, but they have to reply and let me know. And so far, almost no one has asked for the call, which kind of tells me a lot. They've either asked questions in the email or they've sent me a voice message on Instagram. And guess what? They've actually thanked me for this process. They don't want to be on calls either. It's like having a choose your own adventure book for your sales process. Each person gets the path that fits them best. And you never have to hop on a call unless you actually want to. It's like sending a video version of yourself to do the heavy lifting. No bad hair days, no awkward small talk, just pure value on demand. So here's how it solves your problem and obviously my problem, where we still get to create a personal connection. Clients feel seen and heard without you being chained to endless Zoom calls. You're not tied to live calls, but it still feels one-on-one for the client and prospect. So you still keep that high touch experience minus the calendar chaos. So in that email, you saw that I linked to a document that broke down all the details. This is actually step 4. We want to break down the program in an asynchronous way. So now it's time to give them that whole menu without hovering over their shoulder like a pushy waiter. In that email, as you saw, I dropped a link to a document that lays out exactly the details of the program that I recommended for them, the scope, the deliverables, what's included, pricing, the works. There's really no surprises. There's no pressure and just a ton of transparency. Think of it like handing them a crystal clear menu at a restaurant. There's no hidden ingredients, no ask your server for the details. They get everything they need to make a confident decision on their own time. If they want to read it over coffee at 7 a.m. in their PJs at midnight, great. There's no awkward sales pitch required. Let's look at that document now. So first things first, when they get there, if for some reason they feel like they don't know who I am or my work, I do link them to a video that I think they should go watch first, which is kind of like our video sales letter. And then I send them this is a 6-minute long video that just is like not a walkthrough of the entire document, just a little bit of expectation setting and, who we are for and who we're not, just reminding them again. So I kind of talk to what we help them do. Here's what we help you install. Here are the 4 phases that we walk you through, who it's for and who it's not for, what you get inside and how it works, what it is not. I break down the investment and I tell them where to go from here. And as we have more and more questions and conversations come up, we have FAQs that they can go look at based on, the things that they've told us and or questions that have come up. So the more and more I get questions in the reply to those emails, the more I can come back and I can update this document with those objections or those questions already answered so that the next person doesn't have to ask them. So here's how this solves the problem. We have now full transparency still, which has led to really high trust. No more feeling like you're hiding the price tag or the fine print. Prospects can review it at their own pace, so you're not chasing or pestering anyone. They come back when they're ready and you both save time. So this brings us to step 5, which again is really the follow-up if there is any follow-up. And here's the best part. From this point on, it remains asynchronous. It can run really smooth on autopilot with some templates and or in your calendar block time. Everything async here. The instructions are crystal clear. Next steps, how they ask questions, how to sign up, it's all laid out. So it's really like setting up a self-checkout lane for your business. There's no awkward back and forths. There's no pressure to let's hop on a quick call, just smooth step-by-step directions. If someone's a fit, they sign up when they're ready. If they have a question, they know exactly how to reach out because we've told them how to reach out. We're not hovering over anyone's shoulder, right? And we're definitely not playing, calendar Tetris anymore. It's like giving your prospects the keys to the car. If they want to take it for a spin at midnight, they don't need to wake up to go ask you for permission. So for example, these are just obviously one scenario is they reply like this one and says, I'm in. Or we have people that come and ask questions and they ask, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, some of which are really good. And I'll go back and I'll answer those questions. And like I said, if it's something that I feel like I should add to the FAQ section, I will. So here's how this solved my problem. I was not acting like a sales manager anymore. I wasn't getting stuck in endless DMs and follow-up calls. Yes, there's a few emails, but it's all channeled through this one source of someone who I've already invited to the program. And I can handle way more leads and I'm working way less and I still deliver a personalized experience that's high touch without sacrificing my sanity and even theirs. So since shifting to this approach, my best clients sign up faster with more trust and I get my time, freedom, and sanity back. And it's something that you can do even if you're still the main salesperson today. If you're serious about making this switch and want a shortcut to proven results, check out the link in the description to see what it looks like to work together. But here's my caution. Don't skip this part, okay? If you try to ditch sales calls without real marketing bringing you leads, you will sell less. Okay, trust me on this. I learned that the hard way. At first, my calendar was empty and not in a good way. The real unlock is when your content does the selling for you everything changes. So once my YouTube videos and my VSL were dialed in, not only did I get my time back, I started closing more and better deals than I ever did with a sales team. And as I keep refining these key assets, it just keeps getting better and better. So here's the move. Focus on building the engine that brings the right people to you. No content, no leverage. If you're worried that you're bad at marketing, you're definitely not alone. My next video breaks down exactly how I landed 800 plus clients, even though marketing never came easy for me. Click here to watch that now and let's build your engine together.